Okay, these three sides are based off of the angles. Only one of them is going to be useful to us in terms of making sure that we can solve equations, and then actually things later on in the year are going to come back to do it again. So there's an acute triangle, there is an obtuse triangle, there is a right triangle. You have to be really careful with these. An acute triangle, every angle is acute. An obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. It cannot have two, and if you think about it, it's because the angles have to add up to 180. If I have one obtuse angle, if I put another obtuse angle on there, these two sides are never going to hit and never going to form a triangle. So that's why I have just one obtuse angle. So this is always going to have two acute angles also. I've never seen the question, but you never know. If a question on an exam or a test or a quiz or whatever said, what is the minimum number of acute angles that a triangle has to have to exist? It's not zero, it's two. Okay, because the third kind of thing here is a right triangle. All right, a right triangle has one right angle, and for some reason I didn't put this on there, but it also has two acute angles. So every triangle has two acute angles, and then basically the third angle decides whether it's obtuse, whether it's right, or whether it's acute. Okay, now the right triangle, I threw hypotenuse on here because we want to make sure that we know that it's opposite the right angle. We're going to come back and do a whole unit on right triangles later in the year. So we'll talk about right triangles again in depth. For right now, we just got to know that it's got one right angle. Out of all of these, like I said, out of all these right here, the most important of these is the right triangle. All right, so if I know two kinds of triangles, I'm going to know isosceles, I'm going to know right. And then I'll hope that I don't have to deal with the rest of them, and probably I'll be okay. I probably don't have many problems with any of them except maybe equilateral, because the rest don't really help me do anything. All right, so try these problems, take a look at them, keep working your way through. We're coming up on a quiz relatively shortly here, so we want to make sure that we're taking a look at maybe some of the quiz reviews and taking a look at the problems we're going to see.